Hey everybody, it's Chugga Conroy. Welcome back to more Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Last time, we explored more of the Luthian archipelago and made it up here to Isheva Harbor, the site where we will be heading off toward the Praetorium to meet with the Praetor. We have so many questions to ask our fellow Aegis driver. And now, we depart.
Finally, you took your sweet time.
You're the...
Hey, Sherlad.
Hey!
You just don't give up, do you? Come on, out the way.
More like stubborn leech than turtle.
This time I'm here for something a little bit different.
Oh, what's that supposed to mean?
I want to see just how good you are, chum. I've been waiting here for 3 whole days already.
3 days? Seriously? You know what? No thanks. I don't pick on idiots.
Well then, fight me and we'll see who's the idiot.
How did you know that we'd be here?
I'll tell you if you can beat me. You want to join the fun too?
No. You all go ahead.
Huh? Why?
What a shame. Looks like the illustrious Flamebringer won't be helping you this time.
Thanks for the concern and all, but maybe you should be worrying about yourself. Big tree to your right, big rock to your left, and a cliff right behind you. Which one's gonna get you this time, eh?
Not today, furry ears. Check this.
What the...
Well, feel like taking me seriously yet?
Oh, so strong. What the... How did he do that?
Thunderbolt Zeke. Tantal's most powerful driver. And its crown prince.
Crown Prince of Tantal?
This guy?
It is quite the rare opportunity to see his swordsmanship firsthand.
Now this is more like it. Ooh, come on, yeah. Keep it coming. That's it? That's all I get? Oh, fine. Anyway, ready to concede defeat to the Zekinator?
As if. We're only just warming up, you pompous ass.
I'm right with you. Let's show him what we got.
Yes! Let's see if the Aegis is worth the hype. Hiya!
So you do answer to Shellhead, and Pandoria doesn't even call you out on it anymore. Character development. Also, sorry to keep you waiting 3 days. I had side quests to be doing. Little did we know he was the one that was getting the most inconvenience. His luck knows no bounds. Zeke hasn't really changed much. He is the same as before and only 3 levels higher. And I guess I did say that 1 level makes a world of difference, but still. His main new claim to fame isn't in his levels, but is rather enforcing launch on you as we just saw him doing. You think you're gonna do a special? Nah, I'm gonna do a blade combo finisher. I got a plan for this guy. I'm gonna hold off on the driver combos a little bit. I can control that pretty well thanks to being Rex. So, my plan is to get some orbs over him, get a chain attack going, and then I'm gonna use Adonine's ability together with his elemental weakness to Earth to hopefully get Poppy Alpha's damage out of that. So we're gonna go for this. Mithra, need you out. Almost level 3. There it is, we'll finish this up. And we're good to do a 2-orb chain attack. Whoa, that break. Oh crap, we don't even have a chain attack yet. Man, this got out of control fast. Let's just do the smash. We just barely didn't get the chain attack. So much for my plan.
Not bad, chum.
Right back at you. Impressive. Didn't think I'd ever see another driver and blade on Morag and Bridges level.
You're still holding back. Where's the Aegis's true power?
Mithra's power is only for fighting bad guys.
Oh, that's so sweet. So I'm a good guy now, is that it?
Am I wrong?
I like your attitude there, chum. Well, that's an Aegis's driver for you.
How did we do, Your Highness?
Sure, you pass. I think we can just about let you into the Praetorium.
What the hell?
I've been working for Indol for a while now. A kind of special envoy. They asked me to keep an eye out for the Aegis. Actually, I volunteered to. You know how it is. I'm jolly sorry for testing you like that.
We were planning on getting this over with in one encounter, but His Highness has the most awful luck, so...
Yeah, I think I got that.
What are you talking about? Everyone has bad days, right? Ah! Why me?
There he goes.
Bad luck indeed.
Should we go rescue him?
Nah. He'll find his own way back up somehow. Let's just board the ship.
Oh, so pretty. Amazing. Whoa.
It's so grand.
Sure, because they're trying too hard. You don't have to be like that.
Did you say something?
Oh, no, nothing.
Your audience with the Praetor is scheduled for tomorrow. Before that, maybe you'd all like to have a look around?
See the sights of Indol? Sounds like a pretty rare opportunity.
Yeah! Let's look around city. Tora want to see everything.
What are we, tourists?
There's no harm in that, is there?
This would be a first for me, too.
Right. You were a bit big to go running around Indol before now.
Oh, that's a funny image.
I've given such high praises to Zeke. He's been so great every time he's shown up, and that exchange is my favorite one. I love how they threw him a bone, how they actually made him somebody, where he really was somebody important all this time and wasn't just, you know, Team Rocket for the sake of Team Rocket. And it also kind of retroactively explains where Fan Lenorn came from, that the Praetor had been sending somebody of really great importance from an allied country to, like, come and meet with us. You know, royalty is often used for that purpose, where to do diplomatic meetings with people. He saw the Aegis driver as somebody really important that he wanted to meet after hearing about him. And it was just because Zeke was so unlucky, that was why they sent Fan Lenorn. I think that's really cool. It actually fixes one of my biggest problems with the story that I had as of this point in my first playthrough, all while giving us a really funny encounter at the same time. And you genuinely feel like these characters care about each other in the process, too. There's a salvage point here.
Just don't overreach.
Coupling sensors to death row.
Shouldn't be too long. Yo. Huh.
We're off in
Onwards.
the bay. It's a long way down, though.
I'm back. Miss me? Ha!
Triple chests. That's the power of salvaging mastery for you. No enemies
Treasure
either.
acquired.
Give me all this. A needle of
Treasure
terror.
acquired.
What, a trip to the hospital in a bottle?
Treasure
Titanic
acquired.
coccyx! That's such a good name, Titanic Coccyx. A Titanic butt. What even is their creativity with the naming here? First things first, I'll go to the Sanctum and give thanks. It's a long road getting here. And now we've made it all the way to Indol. Natually. This is the main entrance to Koacurio, capital of the Praetorium of Indol. Ascend the steps you see before you to reach Saros Plaza. Beyond that plaza lies the sanctum where Praetor Amalthus himself offers prayers every day. Natua here is our first example of Indoline people. They tend to have blue-toned skin, and they are among the tallest of people. And, though I'm not sure if it's a natural part of them, they tend to also have markings on their faces. They're clothed in white robes and seem to be very devout in the Indoline religion. We have a cookie seller. You're just that Toraganda girl in a sock, aren't you? Hi there, would you like to buy some cookies? They're all handmade by people from the camp here. We made them with honey, so they're super sweet. Personally, I'd recommend having one with a drink of Odifa. So what do you say? She sells heart cookies, a pouch item that restores arts by 0.2 each second. Not a bad item, especially for the money, just kind of outclassed. They're not particularly good cookies, but if you purchase one, the chivalry comes back to you today. Now that we finally have Perun in the party, Perun's level 2 key affinity reward, which we already have through the duration of that Ursula thing, is unlocked by doing enough chivalrous acts for people. To recap these, there's paying the 15G to dock in the Argentum Trade Guild after Rex runs off. You choose to turn back and pay the fee. Giving the Coral Napon chess set to Olivio and Fonsamima. Buying a gold cylinder for Miney on the rooftops of Albacavenich. And now buying heart cookies from Nazia the cookie seller in the Indoline Praetorium. You only have to do 3 of these tasks, so we had already done it by purchasing the golden cylinder for Miney, but it's yet another way that this can be gotten, and there is flexibility so you don't have to do the same 3 ones every playthrough. Now, I want to head over this way. We do have a salvaging exchange here. You're another Indoline man. Well, you're the first Indoline man we're seeing. Ancient events. Ooh, I'd have to give up one of my Titanic Coccyxes for this. Yeah, I only got room for one of them in my bum. Let's just trade this away and get 17,000 gold in the process. I'll take one. I'm not in a huge hurry to get more money. I don't think money is really that hard to come by anymore. Back here, though. Oh, it's the black market. Pleasure to see you, friend. Always happy to do business with a trusted salvager. This guy will offer a lot more valuable trades. The mighty yet fallen, exquisite opulence. This can only be accessed by having salvager rank D or higher. Part of why I made such a big deal out of getting the salvager ranks out of the way. Even the lesser ones of these are worth good money, and we have a lot of these items. I'll take this one. Wow, this is actually more money, and it's higher up on the list, and we can even do it twice. Okay, how much money is that now anyway? Oh, we already have level 1 development with the Indoline Praetorium. We have unlocked Indol's Merc missions on that note. Holy Choir and the Benefit Concert are 2 missions for Ursula. But like I said, you don't need to do every concert to fill in Ursula's quest. It'll just make it easier if you do. You totally will have access to these by the time you're playing normally and not grinding it out. Here in Indol, it's always a clear, beautiful day. My taste in rain aside, you know what I mean. I'm sure many will appreciate this. It's an advantage to it flying above so many of the clouds. The Indoline Praetorium is aboard the back of a bird-like titan. You can see its feathers waving in the wind a little bit. And if you wait long enough, you can even appreciate the flapping of the wings to keep it aloft. These mountain-like wings and how they come together, it's one of the most creative locations we've seen yet. There is a fair bit to Koacurio Port, which I hope I'm pronouncing right. I have looked far and wide, and there is no official pronunciation for this place. I'm basing it on the name Goetia because that's all I have to go off of.
No more blades, no more war. What does that mean?
That, my fuzzy-eared friend, is an anti-blade protest. The refugees have really been going at it since last year or so.
Whoa! Where do you come from? What do you do? Swim, yeah?
Did Blades do something wrong?
The Praetorium is single-handedly responsible for doling out core crystals to other countries. Though sometimes the likes of Dougal and Banna grab a piece of the pie.
Therefore, Indol has the power to control war itself?
That's one way of looking at it, at least.
But war is about much more than just blades and drivers.
I know that, and you know that, but that doesn't mean they're gonna accept it.
I guess so. There's a lot of Gormoti here.
They fled the Gormoti War 10 years ago. But here they are, refugees still.
Yes, they're a funny old lot, you know. We feed them, we water them, and this is the thanks we get. Don't these ruffians know that manners cost nothing? I swear, you lend these people a hand and they want the whole bloody arm.
It's easy to disregard things beyond your control and direct your anger at targets closer to hand.
Do you have something to say?
Not really.
Out with it, Rex.
More Ordain's Titan. It's dying, and everybody knows it. That's why why you need Gormot.
Our population is large. Larger than Uriah's.
But you don't have the resources to support all those people.
You are astute for someone so young.
Us salvagers pick up more than just artifacts. I'm not daft. I know fine words alone won't change reality.
So you seek Elysium?
Is that wrong?
No. I was just reminded how young you are.
Still, if it's Rex, or people who harp on about justice with no solutions, I'm betting on Rex.
I must admit, I do respect the boy's drive.
I'm just stumbling my way forward.
Old Shellhead, you never leave us alone. It's just as fun to watch these guys fight wicked gods as it is to see them eating pizza together. It's great. So we have some items here. The Ojifo was recommended to us. Not a very good item, though. At the antique store, we can buy Final Chorus and the Girl on the Hill here. The Girl on the Hill being a reference to Pyra, and Final Chorus being Mithra's favorite item. We've already obtained Final Chorus from elsewhere, but I thought that was kind of cool that in a place about the architect, we find those. The bookstore and the textile store didn't have anything of real interest either. I don't mean to, like, just kind of gloss over everything here, but the items aren't very good yet. There's not even any contracts we can get on the first visit. The only new item of real note that I can even talk about is the Estral Stick being a certain blade's favorite item, yet we don't even have that blade. It just kind of came together in a perfect storm for me to not care that much. The Regulus Blacksmiths have some new core chips for us. While I'm working this out, how about we hear the tellings of the Praetor in the Hymn of Indol? delivering the lore and the very way of life of Indol in a choir song that plays as this area's background music is a masterful way of setting the mood for this place. I don't often see an attempt made where the area theme is a part of the story. I just kind of wish the lyrics could be heard a little bit better, but I guess it's just kind of how the style of this type of song is. I mean, you know, those people singing in cathedrals, they always sound beautiful, but you can never understand what the hell they're saying, honestly. Oh, using the word hell when talking about a cathedral choir. Bad taste, bad taste. We have an accessory shop here. The rainbow gloves boost dexterity by 20. Coming in a little late, I have to say. We have good dexterity buffs on several of our blades now. Morag just has good stuff by default if you want to tank with it. I think Tora's actually been made up for it by QT's buffs that she allows her driver. And Rex has got Mithra. No real reason to boost that stat anymore, even if it's by 20%. The shell shoes boost agility by 20%. That could be a good one to have, but I'd like to compare that with what Morag comes with, because her default accessory, if I recall, is quite good. 21%! No reason to buy it! If you want to make Rex into an evasion tank with Mithra, though, be my guest. Taunt resistance by 90. I'll take one, just to bring it with us, in case I ever want it. Increases smash damage by 50% in a gimmick build where you're doing driver combo after driver combo like I've been kind of doing lately. This could actually be pretty solid. Smash does really big damage, and a 50% damage increase on that might as well be a damage additive to Rock as a whole. I won't be buying it though. Silver Feather we've already seen. Spirit Tree Ward increases damage and being increased HP restored and being revived. I'd rather not base myself around dying, like I've said. Increased HP when reviving a teammate. Driver Shackle Resistance. I'll take one of those. Knuckle Attachment. Love Thread. Already seen that. Incense of Calm, Stench Resistance, and that's all. 1,000 thank yous. We'll be sure to share the proceeds with everyone at the camp. Dialing it back a little, let's talk to some people. Something bothering, friend? I am preaching the teachings of Indol to all who are willing to listen. As long as there is breath in your body, it is never too late to make a better life for yourself. The teachings of Praetor Amalthus saved me from my own sin, and they can do the same for you. Now let us pray together and build a brighter future. Master Sephirin's preachings are always so inspiring. I'm glad I came all this way to listen. I think I can feel tears welling up in my eyes. It ain't easy being Gormati. We have Morardain needing their Titan and conquering them. We have them feeling mistreated by Indol because Morardain's involved in these wars that concern them as well. Zeke said this protest kicked up in the last year as the tensions between Uriah and Morardain have been growing. The coming war concerns the Gormati more than anyone else.
Wow, world has many amazing
This place is kind of an unfortunately memorable location for me where I checked these skill checks on the walls, and in the pre-release build that I played, this place was terribly unstable.
Hey, you're the boss.
I've never seen it happen post-launch, but every time I tried using well, not every time though, but probably about 50% of the time when I tried using field skills or opening text boxes, the game would just outright crash on me, and it made it so frustrating. First time it happened to me, I hadn't saved in about 3 hours, and I had to play the entire Leftherian Archipelago again, making my disdain for Confiscator Jimmy all the stronger! But we're supposed to be in peace and tranquility here and doing loving and all that crap, so let's just go on. Here is Furara. We've run into you again. Hey. Wow, you're so short. Ah, so comfy being all by self. Furara like this Koacurio city, very lots. Big sanctum, very grand, and Indol Titan super cool, and Praetor Man fill Furara with inspiration. Voltus Trade Guild Walkie Walkie Guidebook say, when come up with idea, should put into immediate action. So Furara decide to go on journey of enlightenment. First, Furara head for World Tree. Undergo harsh training there, reach enlightenment, and create own religion. Well then, maybe we meet again. Best of luck. Tora is your first follower. I agree with you, except for the making your own religion part. But I do agree with putting your plans into motion as soon as you think of them. I use checklists for everything. I write down every idea as soon as I get it. Otherwise, I won't remember them. Or remember them when they're important, at least. Did you know? Word is, a massive fish has been spotted off Baltados Isle in the Leftherian archipelago. Nia, Poppy very interested to hear details of this. Yeah, me too. Can you give us the lowdown? I heard that this fish has the most delicious taste out of all the architect's creations. No wonder it's causing so much fuss. I have to say, I can't stop thinking about it myself. What I'd give for a taste. But there's no way I could fish that beast out all by myself. So, I'm on the lookout for someone to lend me a hand, but no one seems to be up for it. Can't pass over a chance like this though, can we? Who knows when we get another shot at it? Leave it to Tora, to Rex and friends. They handle it somehow. Wow, you're going to help? You're just the ticket. Come on, we'll be gorging on roasted fish before long. That's a new Merc mission for the Indoline Praetorium. We're getting them built up. Heavy Anglin offers block rate up and telepathy. Not terribly exciting, but that's low-level Merc missions for you. We need lots of ichthyology for this one, and it bothers me so much that scientific words are never anything that you would understand unless you were a scientist of it. I guess they're marketing to the target demographic, but is there really any chance that we can't include anybody on the meaning of these words and just call it fishology? I didn't think so.
I like traveling. Send me wherever you want.
I hereby call you the Tingaling Troop. Free dumplings all around.
Free rice balls from the tyranny of being called dumplings! Yeah, it's a little bit weird, but I don't think we've actually seen that Merc group form before. This is the refugee camp distribution center, but we only distribute rations during the day. Are you travelers? By order of His Eminence, the Praetor Amalthus, we need to provide shelter and sustenance to the needy. Hey man, amazing! However, lately, the refugees have been conducting fierce protests against the Praetorium's blade policies. Many citizens have begun to question our charity, saying that the refugees should be made to work for their share. I think the world would be better off if we didn't have blades. I think we need to hear the details. Mithra, the sword or stick her nose into anything, even arguments she ain't gonna win. Wait, you've got blades! I'll have you know my family was killed by Ardanian blades. Every blade and all rest is controlled by Indol, so really it's Indol that's responsible for all this. Making amends by letting in refugees? Well, sorry. But that's too little too late. I hope we drain them dry. I mean, if you think blades are the source of the world's problems, I got the blade right here that sunk half the Titans 500 years ago if you want to take it up with her. Anyone else here got anything to say to us? It doesn't look like they're too willing to talk to driver folk. Would it help if I told them that I'm not a registered driver with the Praetorium? That's gotten me into trouble in the past, but maybe it'll save face here. We break this lock. This very lock is one of the things that crashed the game for me when I was playing pre-release. It was the very thing that cost me those 4 hours of gameplay. Break that open, get a common core crystal, our first one in the Praetorium. What has this got inside of it? They say that you're more likely to get a rare blade if you get a core crystal bonded by Indol. I know that that's not an actual mechanic, but I'd like to try it and see what we get. 2 justice boosters, sure. Was that... Hang on. Oh! Yes!
Call me Gorg. It is a great honor to have met you. I pledge the whole of my power to you.
What is my luck? I've got so many rare blades to talk about! Oh no! Gorg! Oh man! I've been needing a good great axe on Rex for a long time now, and I just did that on a whim! Yes, you can come with us! Heck yeah! I think I'll even set you right away in place of Wolfric, because Wolfric's been
I give you
getting
my all.
plenty of time. Wow! I am never gonna get through this backlog of rare blades. I am too lucky. There's only seven rare blades gotten through random core crystals left that I don't have. And I haven't even used all the core crystals that I could be using. I've just been doing it when it makes sense to. The only buff that I can get from special chips is increased accuracy during the day. I'm not gonna go over Gorgon full right now. We're gonna save that for a little while. Ancient Axe. This is why I want to open core crystals whenever we happen to get them in important places. Because the stuff like that is so fun. What was he doing in prison here? What, was he arrested for indecent exposure or something? I mean, I guess his outfit is technically more revealing than any other blade that we've seen so far.
Okay, understood.
Sending away Ursula on her last merc mission of the bunch. I'm pretty sure there's no more left to be unlocked after this. How am I this lucky? It's actually kind of a detriment.
We're here.
And I swear I don't mean that in like a vain way. I really mean that I have so much to talk about. It's gonna be forever before we get through all these blades. Not to mention all the other blades that are just gonna naturally join us along the way from questing and stuff. It's nuts. We'll keep going up the stairs here. Ipley. Ipley's believe it or not. I see you have blades with you, then I have something to ask of you. Something wrong. Please just don't hurt us. The common people. We are powerless against you and your blades. Those with the aptitude to be a driver and soldiers trained for war have the power to oppose others. But us? All we want is to live our lives in peace and quiet. Blades have taken away our homes, our families. This is a really sad place. You get here and you think that, you know, wow, like, you know, this is like, you know, a really gonna be a very uplifting place. It's gorgeous looking, but it's got such sad undertones going on, and it's a very grim place, actually.
Right. What's the plan?
We can throw money here. We can toss 10G. All out is what I thought Ganondorf was saying in Melee. How about 100G forcefully? The money disappears into the Cloud Sea. How about throwing 500G gently? The money falls relatively close. Down below us, landing in the state of Nevada. We can now talk to Trebby. 500G came falling from above. I've seen careless tourists miss the mark with 1 or 5G before, but a whole 500G? That's a first. Must have been some silly nouveau rich tourists who never do any exercise. Of course, from where we're standing, they're basically gods. Dropping blessings of money from on high, literally. Even splitting it between us, I'll have enough to let my old man and sister eat their fill for once. So thank you, whoever you are. That's another act of chivalry for Perun. And that is Goetuous Port. Everything to it. Next time on Xenoblade Chronicles 2, we go one step closer to the World Tree by heading up into the inner sanctum where Praetor Amalthus awaits us. See you guys then.